So our art lesson today, boys and girls, is folk art landscape or skyscapes. Since we've been talking about observing the sky, using lines. Now we've used lines before in our art lessons before we went out of school. So here we go, boys and girls. Let's get started. Here are some pictures of some folk art landscapes that are already done. And so yours will look something like this, possibly. So the first thing you're going to need, boys and girls, is a blank sheet of white paper, or any kind of lined paper will be fine as well. Okay? Here are some materials that you're going to need. Pencil with eraser, white paper, markers, crayons, one large coffee cup or drinking cup or any round container. This is to trace a curved line for the sun, or the moon in our case. Preparing the paper. Number 1, fold your paper in landscape, the long ways. So we're going to put our corner to corner. And we're going to trace our fingers along the crease. Can you feel it? Now we're going to turn it around and fold our paper in from portrait mode. Again, corner to corner. And we're going to run our fingers along the crease. Can you feel it? Now you're going to open your paper and put it back in landscape mode. Notice you have 4 rectangles. Count them. 1, 2, 3, 4. To get started, boys and girls, we're going to draw a simple curved line along the horizontal crease of your paper. So here's your horizontal crease. And we're just going to, a nice curvy line all the way across. Notice this line divides your paper from a top half and a bottom half. You have 2 rectangles on the top and 2 rectangles on the bottom. In the middle of your paper, draw a vertical line. So we're going to draw a vertical line right here. And 2 smaller rectangles at the bottom. So this is going to be our landscape, boys and girls. So do you see this square? Square number 3 or rectangle number 3? 1, 2, 3. We're going to make another line here to divide it. Now we have 2 rectangles. Now we're going to go here to this last rectangle, and we're also going to draw a line to divide the rectangle, just like this. At the bottom of your paper, you have 4 rectangles. 1, 2, 3, 4. In the first rectangle, draw a high horizontal line to divide the rectangle into 2, just like this. Number 2, draw a horizontal line in the middle on the second rectangle to divide the rectangle in half, just like this. Number 3, draw a low horizontal line in the third rectangle to divide it into half. So here's my low horizontal line. And lastly, number 4, draw a horizontal line in the middle of the fourth rectangle to divide it in half, just like this. On the right side of your paper, place a large coffee mug or water cup or circular container on the long horizontal line. So I'm going to use a cup, boys and girls, and we're going to place it just like it is here, because you're going to trace just a semicircle to create our sun or sunrise. At the bottom of your paper, your land is divided into 8 different shapes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now you can choose any shape or form or line to fill in all the shapes. Let me show you an example. Here are lines you can use, boys and girls. You can use straight lines, zigzag lines, curved lines, looped lines, spiral lines, broken lines, wavy lines, scallop lines, castle lines, or dotted lines. You can also use shapes and forms in your design. For example, you can use a circle, a triangle, a square, a rectangle, an oval, a heart, a semicircle, a trapezoid, a diamond, or you can use other forms such as organic forms, free forms, or natural forms. These are all so great to use, boys and girls, in your art design. So I'm going to show you. I'm going to get started. For example, in this shape right here, I can use curvy lines. In this shape right here, I can use zigzag lines. Right here, maybe I can use broken lines. We can use castle lines. In this space right here, I think I want to draw circles. So many size circles. Here, I may want to do spirals. Here, I may want to put in some rectangles. You can make them any size you would like, boys and girls, and facing any direction. And I have one more. I think I'll do some loops here. And there we have our landscape. Now, for our sun, we can also add some shapes or lines. You can put some zigzag lines or triangles here for the rays, for example. And you can also use your circular shapes to make another circle inside. For example, I'm using another cup, which is a little bit smaller, and I can trace another line, just like so. Do you see how they made a double line? And I can create something in here too. You can use diagonal lines. Now on the left side of my design, I can also add some trees using scallop lines. I'm going to add 2 more trees. They might be a little smaller. And you can use scallop lines to add some clouds if you wish. And there you go. Using lines and shapes to fill in the remaining shapes for your ground. Use lines and shapes for trees and have fun and be creative. Now Mrs. Campero will show you her art pieces that are already done and colored. So after you have designed it with your pencil, you can trace it with a black marker or a black Sharpie. Now let's take a look at some of the ones Mrs. Campero did. So here's a landscape with the sun. Once I've colored and traced everything with my crayons or markers, everything is going to look so beautiful, boys and girls. All your shapes and lines and forms are going to look beautiful. Here's another one I created using the moon. So instead of the sun, I traced my circle with a whole cup to create my moon. I put more shapes to create my sky, and I use a different shape for my trees. I also included a comet and a spacecraft. I know you're going to have a lot of fun with this, boys and girls. So have fun, practice your art design, and don't forget to send me a picture of your artwork. Thank you very much, and thank you, Mr. Ho, for this wonderful lesson. Goodbye.